Elon Musk, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Ted Turner. Success leaves clues, kids. I just named 5 of the greatest names in business in the last 150 years. And they all have one thing in common. They're ball busters. They're hard as fucking nails. Where does that leave you?
I don't want to be like that.
No, most people don't.
I want to be liked.
Yeah, well, see, you want to fit in. I'm the only speaker that you're ever going to hear that really, with all his heart, doesn't give a shit. If I leave here you liking me, I did something wrong. You look like shit. You dress like shit. And you blame it on the 21st century, the reason why you dress the way you do. 25 years ago, if you come to a seminar like this, you'd all be wearing suit and tie. This is my uniform. I don't go to sleep like this, but I mean, this is my uniform. It has been for a long, long, long time. Dress, if you want to get money from banks, dress like the president of your country. Unless you're from Pakistan or India or something, dress like the president or the prime minister of your country. You only have one time to make a first impression, kids. You come in looking like some of you, I wouldn't give you fucking toilet paper.
Things I learned at a Shaolin Kung Fu school in China, part 2. The hardest thing you've ever done is not the hardest thing you will ever do. Doubting yourself is okay. Changing the way that you train because it's not working for you is okay. But giving up completely in something that you believe in because it's hard is not okay. No one can hurt you like you hurt you. Learn to sit alone, be unafraid of your pain, your mistakes, and your weaknesses, and then forgive yourself with grace. Speak up when you are in pain. You can't out-train your trauma. You'll try, but it won't work. Corn is extra delicious when you pick it yourself. Let me know if you want part 3.
Take a clean sheet of paper and write down goals in today's date, and then write down 10 goals that you would like to accomplish in the next 12 months. And write them in the present tense. And just write down, I earn, I achieve, I drive such and such a car, I own, whatever it happens to be. And you say, if I had a magic wand, and I could wave this magic wand, and I could have any one goal on my list within 24 hours, which one goal would have the greatest positive impact on my life? And usually this will jump out at you. Put a circle around that goal. And that's a goal you transfer to a clean sheet of paper, and then you follow the 7 steps. Write it down, set a deadline, you make a list of everything you have to do to accomplish it, organize the list into a checklist, take action, and then do something every day. If you'll just do this simple exercise, then you'll all be rich. You'll all be rich. Nothing can stop you but yourself.
At Tesla, this is a startup company. Like many startup companies, you lose money. The company has lost about $260 million since its inception. You're going public. You want the public to invest in Tesla. What can you say to reassure investors that might have questions about the potential profitability here?
Well, we do often get that question. The thing that's important to bear in mind is that if Tesla just decided to be a sports car company and sell powertrains to other companies like to Daimler and to Toyota, we would be profitable. That's an important consideration. However, we're choosing not to do that. We're choosing instead to reinvest those profits and raise additional money to increase the production volume and produce the Model S, which is 30 times more production volume, maybe 40 times more production volume than our sports car. And it's just impossible if you're going through that kind of growth.
You're born alone and you die alone, and this world just drops a bunch of rules on top of you to make you forget those facts, but I never forget. I'm living like there's no tomorrow, because there isn't.
Did you really have a bad day? Really? Or was it 10 or 15 minutes where you let your thoughts run undisciplined? They then caught onto a bad vibe and it's been dragging you down all day. Come on. Snap the fuck out of it. You're better than that.
Did you build a company?
Yes.
And what was your company? What is your company?
A medical company.
Okay, and what is the value of it today?
$5 million.
What was the biggest challenge you had creating it?
Going to school.
Going to school. Do you think school is necessary to create the company?
In my business, but not in all businesses.
In medical, makes sense. So Could you have started that business and hired people that went to school for medical and you yourself not have gone? Would that have been possible?
Absolutely.
Okay. Was it easier to go to school and do it that way?
To know the arena that you're working in, it helped to know the business.
Makes sense. So you have to trust other people. Okay. So what would you say to a young founder trying to get into your industry and build a huge company?
I think if you have capital, you could go out and buy practices and run them if you have a good business sense. If you really want to know medicine, you got to go to medical school first.
The best analytical framework for understanding the future is physics. I'd recommend studying the thinking process around physics, like not the equations. I mean, the equations certainly they're helpful, but the way of thinking in physics is it's the best framework for understanding things that are counterintuitive.
When people ask me about success, I've just started thinking about it over the last couple of years because I've seen a lot of it. You have to have an ability to handle pressure because no matter how successful you are, I have many friends and enemies, a lot of enemies too, I don't care, but they're smart. I have a lot of enemies, and I've watched people and I've seen it. And people that can handle pressure can be entrepreneurs, can be successful. Now, I have some friends that are really smart, but they can't handle pressure. In which case, they should work for somebody, do great, and have a good life. There's nothing wrong with it.
If you can't control your own brain and your brain controls you, you're fucked. You got to tell your brain where you want to go and how you want to go and how you want to get there. You got to control it. If not, it's over.